Hi, good morning, Meta. Today, what I'm going to tell you is a beautiful story about friendship. This is a friendship of Lord Krishna, whom you know, and he had a friend by name Sudama. Okay, the story is about their friendship. Okay, Krishna's and Sudama friendship is a very well known story. Okay, it is everybody talks about that story. If you talk about friendship, you will definitely have to talk about the friendship of Sudama and Krishna. Okay, this Sudama was a poor Brahmin boy. He was born in a Brahmin family. Krishna belongs to a king's family, right? He was ruling the kingdom. He was the king of Dwaraka. Sudama was an ordinary person, but both Krishna and Sudama went to the same school. Those days, the schools, they wouldn't call it a school, they would call it as Gurukul. Gurukul means they would stay with the teacher throughout their studies. If it is 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, until the teacher says that you have completed your studies, the students have to stay there and study. Like that, both Krishna and Sudama were studying in Chandibini. The guru's name was Chandibini Rishi's Gurukul. So they used to stay there. Whatever the work that Guru is telling, they used to do that. Whenever the Guru teaches, they will learn that. They wouldn't go back to their house at all. Every day, morning, night, they used to stay there, help out their Gurus and learn from the Guru. That is how people were learning in those days. Like that, Krishna and Sudama, they were both in the Gurukul of Chandipini Maharishi. So after some time, when they finished their studies, Krishna came to Dwaraka and Sudama went to his place. So Krishna became later a king of Dwaraka with lot of beautiful palace, beautiful dresses, jewelry, people to help him. So Krishna was the ruler. So he was ruling his kingdom. Sudama was in a small village in a nearby town. And he also, both of them grew big and they married. They had their wives, their family. So Sudama he had lot of children, but he did not have money at all. Even for everyday life, they were suffering because he belongs to a poor family, right? So, but one day, Sudama's wife, her name is Kalyani, she is asking Sudama, Ji, we are suffering so much. You have told me that Krishna and you studied together in Chandipini's Rishi's Gurukul. Why don't you go and ask for some help from your dear friend Krishna? Will he not be able to help you so that we can do something to feed our children? We are not having any money. How long we can suffer like this? Sudama is hesitating. What is this lady telling? How can I go and ask my friend for help? See, he has been my friend. He is still a good friend, but asking for a favor. Somehow he was very hesitant. He was not inclined to do that. But his wife is insisting. See, we don't have, the children are suffering. Yesterday I did not have anything to cook food for the children. They are all starving. Unless you get something, how can we take care of the children? You need not ask. You just go and meet your friend. That is enough. Maybe we will get something. So Sudama also feels, okay, there is a point in what my wife is telling. How long the children can suffer like this without food? Okay, let me go. So then he is asking, if you are visiting someone, you cannot just like that go empty handed, right? You have to take something for them, a fruit or some sweet or some snacks, something you have to take. So what Sudama will take for Krishna? Because already he has nothing. So, but his wife, she is a nice lady. She is just going to their neighbor's house and telling them like this, my husband is going to meet his friend, so he has to take something, so can you give some eatables? So they are giving some rice krispies, or we can call it as puffed rice. You have seen, no, for Krishna we used to keep what Krishna likes butter, same way he likes aval. We call, no, aval, puffed rice, or you can call it as rice flakes. So she's getting that. So what she is bringing this much of rice flakes, putting it in a small cloth, wrapping it and tying it tightly and giving it to her husband. You please take this to Krishna. So Sudama is going to Krishna's palace. It's a beautiful palace. It is beautifully done with lot many pillars. The pillars are studded with beautiful stones, colorful stones, and there are so many people. Security guards are there. He is seeing horses, elephants, and chariots. It is simply amazing to look at. It's such a beautiful palace with lot of towers and pillars and lawns and fountains. Lovely fountains are there. So he is amazed at the look of the palace. So as he steps into the palace, he is at the entrance of the palace. So how could security guard simply allow him? Because he is in rags, like a torn dhoti, and looking very simple, so fragile. How can he be allowed to see the king? So the security guard is stopping him. Who are you? Where you want to go? He says, I am Sudama and I am the friend of Krishna. They were astonished to see, what is this? Our king's friend? Oh, like that the security guard is thinking. But still, they are nice. They are telling, okay, we will go and tell inside. If Krishna is allowing you, then you can come. So the security guard is going. He is going and telling that outside one fragile person is waiting. He is telling him as your friend, and his name is Sudama. Sudama. He did not even finish that word. Krishna jumped in joy. Oh, my dear friend, Sudama has come. Has he come to see me all the way? Oh, lovely. What a pleasure it is for me. Oh, my dear friend, Sudama. Krishna is just coming out of the palace to receive Sudama. They were so surprised. Everyone was so surprised. What is this? King is running out to receive somebody. It never happens. Even big persons may be waiting. Many dignitaries are still waiting to see Krishna. But to receive Sudama, Krishna himself ran. That is the value that Krishna was giving for good friendship. So then he brought Sudama inside the palace. Krishna was so happy to see him. So they were talking for a long time about immediately those days what they will do when people come, when you have guests at home, you will yourself will do everything. So Krishna is even right from washing the legs of the guest, they used to do, because and he's being a Brahmin, it was a culture that they have to do all those procedures. So Krishna is doing that, and he's asking his wife. See, in a palace you will have lot many cooks, but Krishna did not want all that. He wanted his wife Rukmani to cook specially for Sudama, and the big plantain leaf he is putting, and Krishna himself wants to serve for Sudama. He is serving him with so many delicacies, very tasty food. That is, you like, no? Kheer. Then gulab jamun, favorite fruit of Meda, right? Sweet, no? Favorite sweet of Meda, gulab jamun. And what is the favorite fruit? Your mango, grapes, rasgulles, different sweets, different fruits. So Sudama just couldn't eat. So he was so happy. He's giving. Then Krishna is asking after, "Hey Sudama, what did you bring for me?" Sudama is feeling very shy. There is so much in the palace, whereas Sudama has just brought small this rice flakes. He was feeling very shy to give that. So he was just doing like this, like this. Krishna said, "Hey, you're having something, you give that." So then Krishna is pulling out the bag, and that rice flakes bag is coming out, that cloth is coming out. Krishna is, oh, what a lovely rice flakes. It is such a simple thing, but because his friend has brought it with so much of love and affection, Krishna is acknowledging it so much. He is accepting it with so much joy. That is the culture. Even if somebody small, when a very humble person visits our house, and even if they bring a small banana, what we should say? We should accept it gracefully. We shouldn't say, "Oh, what is this? We have so many at home." Like that, we shouldn't say. That is the generosity. So that is the magnanimity, the dignified way, nice way. He is accepting it. So he is telling, "Oh, what a lovely thing you have brought for me. I love this. I love this. How do you know I like it so much, Sudama? Do you still remember that I like rice flakes so much? Thank you so much, Sudama." So he is eating with so much love and he was eating it as though he has never eaten such kind of delicacy. "Oh, I love this." He eats it. So after that, they are talking for some time. Sudama did not ask anything here to his friend. What is the purpose of Sudama's visit? Sudama mainly came to ask for some help from his friend, right? His wife, what she said, okay. His wife thought, okay, if he goes there, maybe he will ask for something. That was her hope. But Sudama did not ask anything. He simply ate the food, whatever Krishna served, and he gave the rice flakes. And after talking to him for 2-3 hours, he said, "Okay, thank you, Krishna, for everything. I feel very happy to meet you after a very long time. Okay, thank you so much." Like that, he is telling. Krishna is also so pleased. Krishna says, "Okay, bye-bye, Sudama, bye-bye, Sudama." So Sudama is coming back. And he is coming closer to, he is just walking down, and he is reaching his village, and he is coming closer to his house. But he just couldn't see his hut. He was just living in a hut, right? He just could not see his hut. He was wondering, "Hey, what happened? What happened?" And suddenly his children are coming out, running, and they are all dressed beautifully. And his hut is not there. Instead, there is a big palace is there in that place. So Lord Krishna, just by accepting this, what is the humble rice flakes, he blessed Sudama with so much wealth in turn. God can give anything, no, if he wants in a jiffy. So when he was, even without Sudama asking, Krishna knew what is the problem of Sudama. The moment he consumed that rice flakes, he blessed him with huge wealth. So in no time, like magic, it comes. A beautiful palace came up in the place of a hut. And another, all his wife, who was with very torn clothes, she is now fully bedecked with all jewelry, and she is having beautiful clothes, and his children are happy with nice clothes and playing in the street and receiving Sudama. So after that, they ever lived very happily. So this is the most famous story which is telling you the significance of good friendship. Okay, so because Krishna is a god, he blessed him with everything. That is a different issue. But most important thing in any friendship, what is very important is you should always respect your friendship more than anything else. Whether it be your money or your possession, your position, nothing you should bother about. A true friendship should always remain irrespective of all this. Okay? Bye bye, Medha. We'll meet again tomorrow with a new story. Bye bye.